A little while ago, I made a video talking about how T'Challa Black Panther could possibly be recast. Now, the article I'm about to talk about kind of sounds like it's doing a flip-flop. Maybe it sounds like Marvel is going back on what was being reported. And when I say that, I mean, if you all remember Black Panther 2, because I'm sure that movie was extremely memorable, sarcastic. At the very end, it is known that T'Challa had a son who also bears the same exact name as the late Chadwick Boseman's character, Black Panther T'Challa. And what I think they meant, what was being reported about T'Challa being recast, is that they meant the little kid that shows up at the very end of Black Panther 2. What I think they're going to do, since that we're in the multiverse saga, and of course a couple of years has passed since Black Panther 2, I think they're going to age him up by recasting the kid and having a future version of T'Challa show up and then merge with the main MCU. And as far as how they're going to be able to pull that off, I'm not entirely sure. So not only are we going to have T'Challa as Black Panther again, it's going to be an entirely different version of T'Challa. Another T'Challa, not the original T'Challa from the comics. So I think that's kind of interesting, and we'll talk about that now. And it's a theory that's been going on for quite a bit. I actually do have the article here, so we're going to go ahead and pull it up. So Black Panther rumor hints Marvel won't recast T'Challa but his son. Marvel Studios may be looking for a new actor to play T'Challa in future movies, according to the new rumor. And T'Challa's son was introduced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the second Black Panther movie in 2022. Although Shuri, T'Challa's sister, inherited the mantle of Black Panther in the sequel, after the introduction of T'Challa's son, many fans believe that Marvel would likely pass on the title to him in the future. Marvel rumored to make T'Challa's son the new Black Panther. According to industry scooper My Time to Shine Hello, Marvel Studios is planning to bring the older version of T'Challa's son into future Black Panther and Avengers movies. However, there is no official confirmation regarding this rumor yet. My Time to Shine Hello made this claim in response to previous rumor that stated that Marvel was planning to recast the role of T'Challa, originally played by the late Chadwick Boseman. This original rumor was shared by Hollywood insider Jeff Snyder in his latest newsletter. In this new newsletter, Snyder stated, with the concept of the multiverse already introduced in the MCU, the studio might recast Boseman. He wrote, "I heard that an actor was actually offered the role this past fall, and I already talked about this in one of my, previous videos, a couple of months after Donnie's big reveal at Comic-Con, but they turned it down, not wanting to jeopardize their career and momentum by stepping into Boseman's gigantic shoes." He further stated that Ryan Coogler, who directed the first two Black Panther movies, will be an important part of the recasting procedure. However, My Time to Shine Hello has refuted some of the Snyder's claims. According to My Time to Shine Hello, Marvel is looking to recast T'Challa's son so that he can become the new Black Panther. In 2022, Divine Love Konadu's son portrayed the role of T'Challa II, or Toussaint, in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Marvel Studios decided to pass the mantle of Black Panther to Shuri in the second movie to avoid recasting Boseman, who passed away in 2020. I just really want to talk about this before I end it here, and I think it's very important, and I'm going to stress this. I am not the first person to believe that what Marvel did, as far as when Black Panther T'Challa actor Chadwick Boseman died, they essentially took advantage of that opportunity, and they basically monetized his passing. And you may be asking, well, what do you mean by monetizing his passing? They kind of touted this death to be a larger than life event kind of thing, where not only did they take his real life death, but they made a story around his real life death and decided to kill his character off. Forget the fact that the actor that played Thunderbolt Ross in the original MCU movies, who was immediately, let's not forget, immediately recast with Harrison Ford's version in the upcoming Captain America 4 movie. Forget about that, because there's no problem with recasting that character, because an old white man is not very important. But when it comes to a black man, yeah, he's very important. So let's go ahead and not recast him, because Black Panther, the character, belongs to a random actor who plays pretend for a living. Now, it may sound harsh that I'm downplaying it that way, and I'm sure Chadwick Boseman was a great actor. He's been in other movies like 42 and some other ones that are really well known, and the guy had a lot of talent and a lot of potential. Of course, he was booming, he had a lot of movies coming out, including Black Panther, but they were hailing him like some sort of god that's untouchable, if you get my drift. They treated like Black Panther actually belonged to Chadwick Boseman. And if that's the case, then I guess Superman belonged to the role of, the role of Superman belonged to Christopher Reeve, and the role of Batman belonged to Michael Keaton. So those actors, those characters cannot be replaced, right? No. Recasting happens all the time due to unfortunate circumstances or due to, you know, different types of circumstances, whether it's an actor refusing to return, whether it's an actor that passed away sadly, or whether it's if it's an actor that was fired from the role. It happens all the time, and that's just how it is in Hollywood. I truly believe this is one of like Marvel Studios' lowest point by monetizing its death and pretty much trying to guilt the audiences to come to see Black Panther 2, because they know that without Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther 2 wouldn't have done really well. And guess what? Because they monetized his death, Black Panther 2 did decent, but not as good as the first one. They should have recast Chadwick Boseman's family, including his brother Derek Boseman, would have wanted this. The audience would have wanted it, and the audience, moreover, would have understood. You can't bring back somebody from the dead, so they obviously need to get somebody else to play the role. But that's just me. Now Marvel has to like scrap and come up with some ideas to make this better. It's a little too late in my opinion. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. As always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. Dislike the video if you did, and if you disagree or agree with my opinions, let me know as well. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.